Hello there, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video. Now on my channel I typically deliver how-to videos and entrepreneurial or online business tips and tricks, but if you have been in online business or entrepreneurship for more than 5 minutes, then you would know the mindset aspect of being an entrepreneur is absolutely critical as well. And I wanted to spend this video talking just about that, and it's all around your why, which I have spoken about before, but I wanted to explore it a little bit further. At the time of making this video, I have recently completed my 100 videos in a 100-day challenge. I completed that about a week ago, and I'm just about to complete another challenge, which is the Legendary Marketer 30-day free traffic bootcamp. And it's interesting that in completing both of those or undertaking both of those challenges, I've had the same question asked of me. People say, how can you stick with these challenges? How is it that you can complete them? My answer to them is consistently the thing that has kept me going throughout both of them, and I know this will resonate with any entrepreneur who has continued to have success, is that I've had a solid why. Whenever I have encountered a challenge, it has always come back to, why am I doing this? Why am I even bothering? Why do I choose not to do something else when I need to sit down and make a video or write a script or edit a video? Why is it that I choose to do that rather than go and do a social event or just to go and read a book or take a bubble bath? Why is it that I choose to work on my business? And that is purely because my why is so much bigger than myself, and it gives me that motivation to keep on going. So by no means am I saying that I'm an expert on this at all. Like anyone who's in entrepreneurship, it's still evolving for me, and I need to keep giving myself reminders and keep myself on track every single day. But because I have seen the immense benefits in my own life, in my own journey in business today, and I wanted to help. I really do want to help other people to get onto that path of identifying what is their why and staying on that path more often than sort of tailing off. So if you're not too sure exactly what your why is, then please have a look at the video up here. I have spoken about this in a couple of videos, so please check it out and you'll know what I'm talking about. But also to help us with your why, I've mentioned also in another video that I'm currently reading, and it's taking me a little while to read this, unfortunately, with breaks. I'm reading the book, The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth by John C. Maxwell, and apologies that the cover is back to front because I'm recording on my front camera on my phone. But in his book, he talks about, do you know why you want to keep improving? And specifically he talks about, or he references a gentleman called Mike Murdoch, who calls his test the why test, and this is to help you understand as to whether your why is solid enough to motivate you to keep going. And the reason I say this now is in the course of doing my 100-day challenge, there was many times when I sort of questioned, why do I keep doing this? Or it's okay to sort of slacken off, that's what I've always done. And also too, in the Legendary Marketer Bootcamp as well, there was about 1,300 people who started off in the bootcamp, which is absolutely awesome. But coming to the tail end of it, there have been so many people who have dropped off, and that's life. That's always the case. People drop off, but it's just so interesting that it's in such high numbers, and there's really, other than the absolutely awesome prizes to be had in this bootcamp, they're absolutely amazing, but also to just the benefit of growth, of taking your business forward as a result of the bootcamp, you would hope would be enough to drive people forward. But of course, life is what it is. Anything that is tough does tend to get people drop off. But I just wanted to share with you, if you do struggle to identify your own why, then I hope that these 7 questions will help you. Questions that he says are, question 1, do you constantly procrastinate on important tasks? that was definitely me. I absolutely did, and that was one of the drivers for my 100 days challenge, to really make myself focus on something and see something through. And I'll say for once, because was very good at starting something and then dropping off, and you might be the same. Question 2: do you require coaxing to do small chores? Simple stuff in life all adds up to great things. Question 3: do you perform duties just to get by? So do you do things just because they have to be done, or do you do things, do you do that little bit extra just to do not just a good job, but a great job, or a job really well? Question 4: do you constantly talk negatively about your work? And this is really easy to do, particularly when someone else says something positive about it. Like, oh, I really like that presentation you did. It's human nature, I think, or we're terrible at this ourselves, of saying, oh yeah, it was all right, or oh, I could have done better, I didn't like this aspect of it. You know, we're really bad at doing that at times. Question 5: do efforts of friends to encourage you irritate you instead? So just personally, I haven't found this myself, but I do have friends who have encountered this, is when you go to say to them, oh, you got this, oh, you know, you can do it, oh, I have every faith in you. They're sort of like, oh, ho-hum about it, oh, I'll see how I go, I might get there. You know, that kind of thing. You know, just catch yourself. And question 6: do you start small projects and abandon them? Oh, look, that's another one that I was so guilty of, and I, to be honest, I still struggle with this at times. I'm really great at putting my hand in the ring to help out with things, or start projects, and then just that they fall by the wayside. The importance of them drops, or they're just not my priority anymore. And question 7: do you avoid self-improvement opportunities? And for me, that is probably the biggest one in it. I'm only now, with the insight of having embarked on my own self-improvement journey, going into entrepreneurship when I've never ever had a business myself before, and just through what I've learned so far, and what I've experienced so far, just understanding that the best investment I can ever make in my business is truly in myself. And I don't say this just to be corny, or just for the warm fluffiness of a video. I can honestly say that I have seen the benefits of investment in myself, through reading, through investing in training in myself. I've seen those benefits not just in my business, but also in my personal life as well, in my relationships, in how I see myself as well, has had immense benefits. So there's 7 questions called the why test, that if you honestly want to understand if your why is solid enough, particularly if you are struggling to get motivation to stay on track, to stay focused on what you think is important to you, answer those questions and see how you stack up. That will quickly tell you whether your why is big enough. Some other little things in this book that I found really interesting that I'll share with you is, John says, if you have the motivation you need, discipline is no problem. So if you truly are driven, if you really do see the benefits of what you are doing, and it really does resonate with you, it's core to your beliefs, to your values, to you as a being, then you will find that discipline. If you lack the motivation, so if it isn't solid enough for you, then discipline is always a problem. You will always find an excuse not to do it. And I'll put my hand up, I am well and truly have been guilty of that absolutely in the past. And last one little tip for you, or one last quote for you, was from legendary NFL coach Vince Lombardi, who said, once you learn to quit, it becomes a habit. So in closing my video, if quitting is a habit for you, and you no longer want it to be a habit, I hope that you identify that today is you draw a line in the sand, and you make the decision that quitting will no longer be a habit, that you will identify exactly what is your why it is that you get up in the morning to do what it is that you do. And if what you do every day isn't exactly what your passion is, where you want to see yourself in 20 years, 30 years, if it's not what you want to be doing, then make the decision to do something different and to pursue it. The crunch for me was, or not wanting to sound somber or anything, but I got to thinking that, what do I want to be thinking when I'm on my deathbed? What kind of regrets do I want to have? Do I want to have the regret of that I wasn't able to help even more people than what I'm helping now? Or do I want to have the regret that I didn't even try? Have the regret that I didn't make the decision to change my life when I had the opportunity to do so, and have that regret as my last thought. So I hope this video has been of help to you, that it has inspired you to give your why some thought and make the decision that's right for you if you're needing to make a decision. If you have gotten something from watching this video, then please do give me a comment below. Also too, if you feel that there's anyone else who you think might benefit from watching it, then share the love and share the video with them. Thank you again for watching, and until I see you on my next video, I hope you take the greatest of care.